Thank you, thank you. Let's welcome Vivian Mokome on stage. Thank you so much.
Are you all excited to be here? You don't look excited. If I were you, right now, I'll be busy with the EFT and upgrading to Platinum VIP. No, I'm telling you, you guys are playing. If I were you, after listening to Katlego, I listened to one of his presentation. I was sitting there. I'm from the banking sector, by the way. I thought I know it all. You know, until I left the banking sector and I forgot. I mean, I knew that when we were in the banking sector, our aim was not to make you rich, but was to make money. We knew that. The same as the insurance company. They are not there to make you rich or to look after you. They're there to make money. That's the bottom line. But after I left the bank, I forgot. So as I was making money in Longrich, I love seeing my money there. You know, in the bank. I don't know about you. I just love seeing my money. Every time when I log in, I want to see those zeros increasing. Until Katlego challenged me and said, SD, you are very poor. Because I used to think I'm a multi-millionaire. As I see the zeros. Say, your money is there. You're only making money annually. What a shock. I immediately went, I withdrew the money. I bought other investments. I rushed because I'm a good student. I rushed and I bought another block of student res, a Monarch. And guess what? When I did that, they gave me a contract of 10 months, meaning students are occupying those residents for the next 10 months, and they paid me the money for 10 months. Yeah. I went to Monarch. I said, give me all the available apartments. You know Monarch University in Ramsar? And I mean, that value is not going to go down anytime now. It's Ramsar, by the way, next to the country estates and next to everything. After I listened to him. So that's why I don't know about you. You can't listen to Katlego and still remain the same. You can't listen to Dr. Leseho and you don't drink water from the alkaline cup. When Dr. Leseho told me about this sanitary napkin, listen to me, I went to city by city, preaching this sanitary napkin that has made me a multimillionaire today. I know of a gentleman in Malaysia who became a multimillionaire by just selling a sanitary napkin. I know of a woman in Namibia who became a multimillionaire by just selling a sanitary napkin. I know of a woman in Southern Hemisphere, and I'm one of them, who made millions by just selling a sanitary napkin. And listen to me, common sense, a girl child is born every day. As we are in this room right now, a girl child is born. Then with this sanitary napkin, there is no way you won't make money. I hope a light bulb will go on right now. When they told me about this pad, when Dr. Leseho told me, because when I was introduced to the pad, Lena, they just told me, SD, and Dr. Leseho said, give me 2 days, I'll come back with an answer. And when she told me what this sanitary napkin can do to an ordinary woman in Africa, I said, aha, give it to me. I'll make the loudest noise. And I did that. Today, Vivian is a household in Africa. Vivian is a brand in many households in Africa because I took it upon myself to make sure that I'll educate every woman in Africa about this pet. And I made money. So you can't sit in this meeting under my voice and under the voice of all the guest speakers and remain the same. Now, unless Ohana. Now, unless Uloile. And I need that witch so that I can go and lay my hands upon that witch. Are you still with me? Are you excited? I love money. I call myself the angel of money. And when the angel of money is in their house, you have no choice but to just tap into this anointing. I know we're not in church, but just tap in. It's not being arrogant. The angel of money is in the house. And when the angel of money is in here, just tap in. It will make sense later. I'm a risk taker. When they told me about Longrich and this product, I left my comfortable office. I resigned. And when I resigned, I invited some of my colleagues. I was hoping they are here. They're coming. They're still coming. I left 3 years ago. They're still coming. Some joined me later. Because when I left the bank, they said to me, you are crazy. Why are you joining them? I can we call them them? They are too loud. After all, we are the highly qualified ones. I mean, you know, when they talk about IT specialists, everything stops because they think, okay, we think I was part of them, we know it all. They said, they gave me all the reason for not resigning. Vivian, it's difficult out there to get jobs. It's not easy out there. You are a woman. You'll even struggle. But I knew by just looking at this product. These Chinese are very smart. You know, they have this thing figured it out. They're very smart. Yeah. Because they knew that as human beings, it's natural for us to have choices. That's why they came up with more than 2,000 products that you can choose from. And they made sure that out of the 2,000 products, they've got essential products that they know that a normal human being cannot live without. They knew that even an ordinary person like Vivian who cannot sell, they'll find it easy to sell this product because they are auto ship. Nobody reminded you this morning to brush your teeth. Am I right? It just happened automatically. And when you are a woman, when it is that time of the month, nobody reminds you. Nobody reminds you to use a sanitary napkin. It's either a cloth or a tissue or whatever, but you just want to stop that thing. And it happens naturally. So they knew that if they come up with a sanitary napkin that can address all our problems, we will not struggle to sell it. So I'm going to talk about mine. I'm not going to talk about Longrich. They've already talked about it. I just want to show you the testimonies. And the testimonies are around the multimillionaires that I've produced in my team. Longrich has been in South Africa for 3 years. In Southern Hemisphere for 3 years. And this morning I was going through the pages of all my leaders that are under my leadership. And I was looking at all their testimonies. It's unfortunate that our stories are not told properly. So as I was going through their pages and I look at the cars that they're driving, the properties that they have. I mean, sure, I even went through your page when you first bought your X1. And I look at the Porsche Longrich, my daughter. Ordinary people have turned into extraordinary people because of this platform. I mean, I look at Karabo, she's only 24 years old. I call her a pastor's daughter when I joke with her. After varsity, I even ask her, do you have a CV? She's like, what is that, SD? Because she made more than 30 million from this platform. She bought her parent a property. She's paying rent for the church. They're no longer waiting for hours, asking for monelo, for offering and all that. Karabo is taking care of that. She recently as well bought a block of flats as well in Monash University. She's got properties in Northwest. Now we can leave the video and just move into the slides. Or you can play it. Yeah. She's got properties in Northwest. Properties in Gauteng. I'm talking about a 24-year-old. And she has recently, last month, they've paid her 1 million rent for being an SD2. 1 million. But when she talks to me, she talks to me as if, it's 100 rand. Because she was like, SD, they just paid me that 1 million. You hear me? To us, it's normal. Like, SD, they just paid me that 1 million. What must I do with it? And I said, no, go to Monash University and buy a block of flat. Yesterday, they've announced that she qualified for 400,000. SD, it's 400,000. What must I do with it? Listen, a 24-year-old. And to us, it's normal. It's after the conversation, I'm like, and we're talking 1.4 when I hear 1.4 M, not 1,400. And it dawned to her that SD, what a shock. Just listen to my video. I was just an ordinary IT executive in the banking sector. Ordinary woman who was in the back office, academics. I thought I've arrived because my systems and some of my IT projects, they've won global awards. I've traveled the world defending the study of IT projects. I thought I've made it until Longrich.
Hi, my name is Dorothy. I'm a proud member of the Longrich family, and I'd like to introduce you to my mentor, Vivian McCormick. So what does it take to get to this level of success in Longrich in this business? Hi. Welcome. Come in. I was introduced to Longrich in 2017 in June. Initially, I was not keen. It's because I looked down at this profession. It wasn't something that I saw myself doing. My first payment was only 150. I was excited because I said, wow, at least they pay. You know, I didn't expect to get anything from just doing the normal thing. So when I got my first payment, that was a motivation for me to even push harder. People thought I was crazy. Why would I be excited over 150 rand? But that to me was an indication of greater things. Eventually, I had to resign from the bank to pursue this on a full-time basis. And to my surprise, my pension fund that I received from the bank after 11 years of hard work, it wasn't even equivalent to my weekly salary.
After 11 years of hard work, after 11 years of building the systems that have transformed the face of the banking sector, when I resigned, that was an insult. When I looked at my pension fund, it wasn't even equivalent to my weekly income. What a shock. If you think you have a security, Katlego was right. There's no such. There's no such. I felt insulted. I mean, after 11 years of hard work, building systems that have made now a banking sector more efficient. I mean, some of my projects, they include FNB Namibia, FNB Tanzania, FNB Zambia. I was responsible for making sure that there is FNB in Zambia, there is FNB in Tanzania. Those were my projects. FNB Connect, the SIM card, that was one of the most innovative projects in the banking sector. That was my project. I was in the forefront of that project. There were sleepless nights. I mean, FNB was the first and the only bank in Africa to own an MVNO. And that was our project. And all I got after I've resigned, anyway, anybody can be replaced. It was just a thank you. They paid me what was due to me. But Longrich, never look down at this platform and at this profession. So if you are here today and you have just listened to SDPC, please run with this. Yes, you'll be discouraged. I was discouraged. I was mocked. Now I was even humbled because when I came in this platform, I was too arrogant. You know, when you have your papers and you know who you are, they humbled me and then I came back again. You understand what I'm saying? But the reason why, I didn't allow anything to put me down is what Dr. Lesego has said. When we made our research and we understood who we are dealing with here, listen to me, with Longrich, it's how much you are prepared to lose. There's so much money in this platform. It's how much you are prepared to lose. This is my background. I like giving my background. The reason why I love giving my background is for people to understand who I am. And for people, just to dispel the myth that this profession is for the uneducated. Because I used to be like that. I used to think multi-level marketing is for the desperate. How many of you think like that? I used to think like that it is for those who are desperate, or for those who looked for shortcuts in life. or for those who had nothing to do. Because, I mean, back then, if you came to me and told me about multi-level marketing and selling, I would have told you are crazy. The whole me selling. So this is Vivian Mokome. I am currently a founder and a managing director with my husband of Mokome Foundation and Trust. Vivian Mokome currently holds a master's degree in information system and business applications, a diploma and certificate as well. I am a certified business analyst and a certified project manager. I have published several articles on IT project management. You can Google Vivian Mokome. You'll see some of my articles that I have published, and some of them were presented on global stages. All right. And I've got 5 years experience as a senior business analyst and 6 years working experience as an IT project portfolio manager. I've currently enrolled as one of the PhD students at University of Northwest. So I am pursuing my PhD in business application and information system. I'm also adding multi-level marketing there as one of the subjects that I'm pursuing. My goal is to see network marketing being part of our school curriculum. I am married. I'm a mother of 2 beautiful kids. My husband is also my business partner. When I first started this journey, he was not interested. He was not keen. You know, our husbands, they're the last one to believe in which is good. I am a risk taker, so my husband is more of an analyst. I'm more of an implementer. Give me a problem, I'll look for a solution and try and implement it. So my husband is that one of, will this make sense? Let me see, have you checked this and this? Because I'm Vivian, I'm the one who say, let's jump off the cliff. Soon as we have jumped, I'll only start asking about the parachute while we are there, down there. But my husband is the one who says, is the parachute ready? Is this and this and this ready? We're good to go. But the problem with people like that, you might take forever making a decision. So imagine if I waited for him to say, I immediately joined. When I saw the sanitary napkins and the products presented to me, I said, Habi, hack, I joined. He only came back into the business after 5 months when he saw my first 60,000. So imagine if I waited for him. Okay. Our journey has been awesome. It has been awesome. We are forever grateful. Through our foundation, because of Longrich, we've managed to distribute school uniform and more than 10,000 sanitary napkins to school girls around South Africa. We've also sponsored some of the university students. I'm a born-again Christian. I've also adopted several churches in Southern Hemisphere, not only South Africa. I have also adopted some in Zambia. All right. And we are also feeding the community around us. My foundation recently, it has adopted more than 8 schools in South Africa. 5 of them, they are in Limpopo because I'm originally from Limpopo. And the remaining schools, they are in South Africa. By adopting the school, what do I mean? Someone asked me this question in one of the interviews. What do you mean by adopting the school? What do we basically mean? The school is under our leadership. We're looking after the school in terms of uniform and everything. So anything that the school needs, it is our responsibility as the foundation to make sure that they have everything. From school fees, uniform, making sure that the school is clean, the school is being looked after. There's a school in Limpopo that they've requested as well that they need a borehole. And it is our responsibility as the foundation to make sure that all those things are being taken care of. And all of that has been made possible by Longrich. This is really touching. I remember last week we went to Limpopo in Bochum to distribute a school uniform in there. It's already March now, ne? But when you look at those kids, it looked like it's November when you looked at their uniform. It was really touching when we had to change now their school uniform and give them a brand new uniform. That really touched my heart. And in some instances, we had to ask the principal what is happening. And we found out that some of those children, actually, they are orphanage. They are orphans. but Longrich came into their rescue. Do you see that there is more, Longrich is more of a ministry than anything else? Do you all agree with me? I mean, when we look at them, some of them, they couldn't even look at us in the eyes and say thank you because they don't know how. And some of them, they didn't even have proper sizes because their food has grown uncontrollably because they've never worn a school shoe in their life. Yeah. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear for failure. Do you all agree? You might be scared right now that if I pay that 30,000 that Katleho is talking about, how will I pay it? If Vivian was in prison because of fear, will I be where I am today? Will there be 8 schools or 10 schools that she has adopted? Someone had to take a risk. Okay? I have done presentation in over 10 countries because I'm a risk taker. I remember one day when I was with Dr. Lesejo in Tanzania, then we decided to go to DRC Congo. My father said, my child, next time please tell me so that I can warn you. Some countries don't just go. You understand? Because I'm a risk taker. Wherever they say go and take the business, we take it to the people. More than 10 countries. And some of these things, we are funding it out of our own pocket. We just had to go. And I remember when we went to Brazzaville, that country, it looks like South Africa in 18-something. But we went there. And in some countries, there's a language barrier. But I said to Lesejo, we'll do whatever it takes to present this business model. Because we want to take it to the people. And the goal is ensuring that each and every household in Africa has an income. And it hasn't been an easy journey. In some instances, we are forced to sleep at the airport because you'll miss your flight, your connection flight. But we did it. And in some cases, there were no blankets there or business class, like Katleho was saying. But we will find a way to keep ourselves warm in there. And we get into the presentation as if we were in a 5-star hotel. It didn't matter. And in some cases, you go to a country and only find one person. It didn't matter. I'll just take a picture of myself and post on Facebook and say there were 20,000 people. That's it. But seed were planted. Today, I am signing a super stockist in Kinshasa. They've invested more than 4 million rand into the business. I've done several team buildings, some in South Africa, and I've also done some in Zimbabwe, because this is business. And like any other business, you must invest your time, your money into building people. You are building people that who in turn will build what? Your business. All right. It's not a fluffy game where we just invest our money and hope for the best. You still go back to your team, build them, and make sure that you produce 10 or 20 Vivians in your team so that I don't have any more to travel the country. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you only do that by doing what? Going back and investing in those people. Making sure that making sure that in my team I'll have 3 or 5 people sounding like Dr. Lesejo, 3 or 5 people sounding like SD Pesi. Once I've managed to achieve that as a leader, do you think I'll have now to stand here and say I've traveled 10 countries? No. I'll just be sitting and enjoying, hearing Bokarabo saying, Konje, is it 1 million or 1,000? Do you understand that? Yes. These are some of my cars and my family. Do you see my son? He's a naughty one. He's also in the business. He's a Diamond 6. He has recently qualified for 60,000 mini car. He's going to use the money to pay for his school fees for next year, because the school fees for this year is paid up. He knows that the school owes him money. He tells them all the time that, teacher, I know you owe me money. He's a member, because when I joined, I made sure that my whole family, they're in the business. My daughter is also in the business. Now, the interesting part. enough about me. I like talking about my leaders. These are ordinary women, ordinary men that were turned into multimillionaires in a short space. This is the one that you should be recording. I hope you're only recording this, because this is exciting. That's why I'm saying this morning and yesterday, I spent 2 hours of my time browsing through their Facebook. And I look at her, PC Melani. I look at a story. I know her because I used to be actually her senior in the banking sector. She was just a call center agent, and she used to test my systems. And when I look at her today, I'm like, yeah, yeah. I mean, when I listened to her story, they were married for 5 years with their husband, and they could not afford the wedding of their dream. She hosted a wedding last year, we were there, that costed her more than 2 million rand. When you're a Longrich, 2 million rand is like 100, it's like 10,000 rand. They know Longrich is what I'm talking about. But besides, don't listen to the 2 million. They were married for 5 years. They couldn't afford the wedding of their dream. But her and her husband, they've partnered with Longrich, and through this platform, they were able to afford the wedding of their dream. And they pick extreme. After the white wedding, they went again. Kumpumalanga, they did another wedding. Because Longrich can make your dreams come true. I mean, I look at this car. I mean, the other one on the far corner, it's SD Chabe. And the husband as well. These are the cars. If you look at these cars, these are not cheap cars, are not just ordinary cars, but these are the machines. These people, when they joined the business, they didn't even know that one day they could drive these machines. I mean, tycoon. You understand what I'm saying? And you need to Google tycoon and understand what is tycoon. And he's a real tycoon. Do you understand? These are the cars. Guys, I had to sit and look back and say, show me a network in 2 years that has done this to ordinary people. Just show me. Huh? How much are these cars? But Longrich made it possible. The thing is, the way this thing, it becomes normal. Sisi Joela Gabi. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if you sit and become sober, this is serious money. This is serious money. Ordinary people. These are ordinary people. It's not in the movies. These are the people that are here in the same room with me and you. Okay? I mean, look at Katle Hodeliena, the car, it's Mocha, and still SD happy as well. Her husband bought her a Porsche as a wedding gift. Is it Porsche or Porsche? Yeah. I mean, I look at these pictures, they bought the trucks as well. I mean, the other leaders were unique. When you look at these people, when they joined Longrich, they didn't even have cars. They never even thought they can buy cars cash. Mind you, these cars were bought cash. There's no installment in there. They were bought cash. And all of these people are platinum VIP. I mean, this is one of our SD. Apparently, the house at the top before, that used to be the house where her parents were staying in. And through Longrich, she was able to upgrade the property to the one that you see there as an after. We all saw the property on Facebook. Yeah. It's just, sometimes we take these things for granted. But all these things were made possible by Longrich. She went back home and built a property. Demolish the one before and build a new property for her parents. To just go back and say, my parents, thank you for everything that you have done. And all of that was made possible by Longrich. These are ordinary people. And their dreams were made possible by Longrich. What is your dream? Some of you are scared to dream. Listen, to dream is cheap, ma. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. If you can't see it, you won't have it. You must just see it first in the spiritual. realm. Because if you can't see it, some of you are even scared to dream. I don't know why. It's free. Just dream. And look for a platform that will help you to achieve that. It started as a dream. For many of them, it started as a dream. Because I remember when I was having a chat with Dr. Lesejo as well. She said, Vivian, all I wanted, she had to ask her children. She's got as well 2 daughters. She asked them, what do you want? And her daughter said, Ma, I want a house that will enable me to play with the donkey. And through Longrich and through her incentive, she was able as well to buy them. We were celebrating her property last week. It was last month, last year. In one of the estate in Ramsey. Mountain view, everything. All of that was made possible. I mean, look at these cars. These are not cheap cars. And I think the one at the corner SD is yours as well. Yeah, your X1. When you became an SD1. Do you see what Longrich can do to ordinary people? These are machines and these are not second-hand cars, but these are brand new cars that were all bought cash through our incentive. The 700,000 is called a lead car incentive. They're saying go and buy a car of your dream. It's up to you what you want to do. You can buy a house or whatever. There are no even restrictions in there. It's entirely up to you. But they're saying as a star director, there's a certain car that you must drive. Do you understand what I'm saying? But some will choose to buy properties or to invest in other investment. But it's entirely up to you. There are no restrictions. She's only 25 years old. By the way. Then she was able to go as well and buy a Beamer cash. Not only that, after that, she had other cars that she has bought as well. I mean, that's SD Noctula as well. I mean, this one is also close to my heart, SD Tandega. I remember when she told me that as well, when they first got married, they didn't afford to buy the property of their own. They were staying in a one-room shack in Natal, in KwaZulu-Natal. That was the, saddest moment for her. But because she loved her husband, they stayed in there, regardless. But through Longrich, they were able to buy that, to build that nice property that you see. And she also bought herself a Range Rover. I don't have the picture of that before house. If you see it, it's a mud house. Do you know what is a mud house? Those who are from the rural area, it was a mud house. They stayed in that mud house for years. Only through Longrich and through all her incentive, because I was calculating the money that she has made through Longrich. And I said to her, are you aware that you've made more than 20 million in 2 years? Through your weekly income and your incentives. Where have you seen that? Have you seen any of that network? Have you seen that? I called her this morning. I asked her as well, what was your weekly salary? And when she told me her weekly salary, she said to me, SD, rest assured, I'm going nowhere. I am now married to Longrich. And it's because what we are seeing here, we've never seen it anywhere else. There have been networks, there have been so many of them, but we have never seen so much money in a short space of time. And all these people are platinum VIPs. I mean, look at the cars. Do you see on top there, it's SD Pesi and Katleho. Just look at all these cars. All these cars are owned by Longrich members. I had to bring them so that you see them, because sometimes when we see it SD Pesi, we think, this is normal, but it's not normal. It's not. And I encourage everyone in here, upgrade, run with this platform professionally. Do it. There will be instances where it will be hard and difficult, but I just want to encourage you to do it. The results are guaranteed. The results are what? Guaranteed. The results are guaranteed. Just do it. Just do it. Many a times we fall in love with the results and not the process. You are very fortunate that you have the SDs on a Saturday, on a holiday. We decided to come here and train you. It's because we know that this is possible. The results are there. Just do it. I believe that together and collectively we can build a better Africa. And I always say in all my presentations, only Africans can save Africa. Listen to me, nobody cares about your background. And nobody cares that you're from a disadvantaged background. Nobody cares that you're a woman. Nobody cares that you are black. No one cares. What is more important is the bottom line. Can you deliver? And all you need is a platform. Longrich is a platform that can change your life. Longrich is a platform that can allow you to dream again. Many of us, many are scared to dream because, we didn't know that there is a solution. Am I right? Yeah. Many are scared to dream because, when you start dreaming, someone will say, Walwala, you're a black person. This is impossible. This doesn't happen to you. But let me tell you, with Longrich, it is possible. Where we stay in our estate, they're always asking, who are these people? Because they see the cars that we are driving, they see the lifestyle that we are living. They're asking, who are those people? And everywhere where I go, I tell them I'm not ashamed. There is a platform. I tell them that. I sell a sanitary napkin for a living. I am not ashamed to say that. Because it is this sanitary napkin that has made me the woman that I am today. The school fees of my kids is paid. My daughter is paid until she completes her matric. And a school fees per year, it's not anything less than 50,000. But it's paid up until matric. She pays for her own school fees as well. Yeah. Because I'm a star director, there is, what? A scholarship. So after matric, she can decide whether she wants to study in Asia or in South Africa. But Longrich will take care of the Asian part because of the scholarship. Do you see this? Daddy is a star director, so it means our two kids are sorted. There's scholarship for both of them. Because the parents, they made a decision to partner with the platform. And you need to be very smart and understand politics and understand where Asia is standing. I want my kids, I want them to be able to compete with their peers. And the only way for me to do that is to give them the best education. Do you understand that? And now by taking them to Asia and study there, what's going to happen to them when they come back here in South Africa? They will decide whether they want to come back anyway or not. But already there is an income that they are getting on a weekly basis into their bank account because of this. And I said to them, I am not raising you to be like mommy and daddy. I'm not raising you to be a generation that will be typing CVs and looking for a job. But I'm raising a generation that will be entrepreneur. Already now, Kumo is selling as well to his teachers. Because every Friday we make sure that Kumo wears a t-shirt that says, Mommy sells a toothpaste for a living. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, they know that. Tseho knows that. We are educating them now about the power of selling and the power of being entrepreneurs. You can do the same. We're teaching them that. I'm teaching Tseho as well to educate her peers about their pet. Sell it, my daughter. And that's what I'm teaching them. So, Mom, let me tell you, Ma, in closure, your kids are going to ask you one day, where were you when Bo Vivian was selling the pets? They will ask you. They will ask you. I'm telling you now. Where were you, Kantuena, when those ladies, I get they calling us our Sisiba pet. Where were you when they were Sisiba pet? When, what will you say? Where were you when they were upgrading to platinum VIP? And you know why I know this? Because I overheard Siho and her friends talking. Because her friends were asking her, why is your mommy changing all these cars and all these properties? And the answer was how? My mom is doing Longrich. Why is your mom not doing it? Then I knew that this question is coming to many. It's coming to many. And you know how kids are? Kids, they're very good at hobrega. You know that, okay? If they, you know what? We as adults, we're very careful and selective, but kids, they don't care. They don't even know whether it's right or wrong. Because Kumo every morning will say, Mommy, not this car, but this one. Then I already know that there's something that he wants to do at school. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Not this one, this one. Then I thank God I did it. I thank God I did it. I found my purpose. And I found my purpose in a sanitary napkin. When I went to Limpopo, and I gave uniform. And when I went to the president of the country, and I said, how can I help you? Not, Mr. President, there's a problem. But, Mr. President, how can I add value to our country? And he said, adopt a school. We adopted the school as the foundation. We partnered with our president. And all of that was made possible by Longrich. As Longrich Star Directors last year, we had an opportunity to sit and dine with the president. The condition was to buy a school, adopt one school in there. And we did it. Do you see the power of Longrich? I can sleep at night. You know why? When I think of those children, I can sleep at night because I know there's SD Pacey who bought a car cash, the car of his dream, the house of his dream, and several investments through this platform. I can sleep at night knowing that there's a young woman by the name of Shobi at the age of 25 who is driving cars and houses, and she owns properties and businesses of her dream through this platform. I can sleep at night knowing that Dr. Lesejo, the lady, who has tenders everywhere, but I remember her saying, when I was down and out, Longrich sustained my business. Then I can sleep at night. Because if I didn't say yes, or if I look down at this profession, I don't think today we'll have all these multimillionaires that we have. Someone is waiting for you to take this business seriously. There's a woman in Zambia, in Zimbabwe. This woman said to me, she called me out of, it was in the crowd. She said, Vivian Mokome. And I went to her, I said, yes, ma, it's me. She said, because of you, thank you. Because of you, I'm able now to put food or bread on the table. Thank you. Yeah. She said to me, I don't need the millions that you're talking about. That is too much. All I needed was 450. That's all I needed. And because of that, my family is able to eat every night. Thank you. Do you see that someone is waiting for you here? There's someone who's waiting for you to run with this professionally. Not to give up, to do it. Easy or not easy, do it. All right? So beautiful people, mine was to inspire you and to show you what this platform has done to ordinary women in South Africa. I know some panalotwela plus. You came here with zero. After you have, you think now, you can have more. But I'm joking. But this is what Longrich has done to many of us. And not only star directors, Diamond 6 and Diamond 7s as well. Pastor Ethel called me yesterday and said, my daughter, I'm now a rich pastor. I'm now even recognized by Pastor Chris. I'm called everywhere because of Longrich. Offering is no longer an issue because of Longrich. She just received 150,000. She said, my daughter, it's not 15,000. It's 150,000 into her bank account. But Longrich is crazy. Guys, 150, do you hear me? And it's 150 before, no, even after tax, they're not taxing it. When you'll handle your own tax with your own accountants. 150,000 into your bank account. Where have you seen that? A lady from Zimbabwe, in a country where there is no economy, in a country where there is no bank account. She used to stay in a shack, Mam Nobuhle Ngundu. Today, when I saw her house, I used to think my house is beautiful. But when I saw her house, when she sent me the picture, I thought she's sending me the picture of a hotel that she wants to stay in. And she's like, my daughter, this is my house. I'm even scared to share this, because no one will believe me. Ordinary people. Okay? I thank you for your time.
Wow.
I hope you are inspired to do more.
Wow. Now I'm already standing. I think that deserves a standing ovation. I'm already standing. Can you just give a beautiful standing ovation? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, SD. We needed this. I'm inspired. I don't know about you. It is possible. It can be done. If one person can do it, we can all do it. I love athletics. And if you follow athletics, you know that there's always a record being broken, right? I mean that somebody did it before. Then if somebody did it, it means we can all be able to go out and do it. And you can see she's a selfless leader. She come and still give us and say, you know what, because I did it, I want you to also come on board and also come and do what? Did it as well. We can all did it.